Hey y'all. So I'm sitting here kind of just ooh and ahhing over these 3M Pro Protects. Of course, they've been modified by me. And so I'm doing a live because I didn't really know how long I would make this video, and I tried to make a couple of them, and I kind of wanted to go longer on some of them and shorter on the others. But I thought I'd just go ahead and make it live. That way, I just kind of just whenever I want to stop is whenever I stop. And it wouldn't be determined by 10 minutes or whatever, trying to do something like on TikTok or 3 minutes or whatever. 3 minutes too short, 10 minutes might not be long enough or it might be too long. But anyway, neither here nor there. So the other day, I got a pair of these 3M Pro Protects. Of course, they don't come with this on it. They don't come with the furry stuff on it. I got them because I was trying to uh, help a young lady out on TikTok, and she kind of does chainsawing and carving and all that stuff. I sent her a pair of these, and I had like pink furry emote, like the same thing with these. I had pink ones on there, and she just loved them. And so I kind of got to a point. I said, "Well, we can find you some orange ones." She wanted orange too. I was like, "Well, I'll try to see if I can find some orange." I couldn't find orange ones. The only thing I came close to was orange wrist cuffs. So I tried those, and whenever I got them, I put them on. What they ended up doing was these little buttons on the side here, the power button and the what do you call that? Ambient sound and everything. It can go from 1 to 4, or you can push it long, push it at a mute. It covered it up, so you couldn't really put your fingers there to control it. So what I did was I thought, well, that's not going to work. So I was going to send her the whole thing of headphones too, but I thought I already sent her one set. I'm not going to send her another. It just wouldn't make sense on my part to do that. So I made two headphones, and she's already got others. So what I thought about doing is I told her, I said that's not going to work. So I just thought about sending the pink, not the pink, but the orange furry wrist cuff things with the holes already in them, which you can't really tell that the holes are even in them. You can just pull them over your wrist or whatever, your boots or whatever, for girls and stuff. But anyway, it didn't really turn out to work the way I thought it would. And I'm gonna go ahead and see who wants to make a comment if they want. But anyway, they didn't really turn out the way I wanted them to work. So what I thought about doing was just, well, I'm just going to send those things to her, and she can do whatever she wants to with them. And I sent her some rechargeable batteries. That's what I had too. I've been having the last few months. I've had batteries just sitting there on my wall charging. Sometimes my son will use them for charging his stuff up because he uses AA batteries for his remote and his But they're my batteries. They're my batteries, not his batteries. My batteries. But they were just sitting there, and I had no purpose for them. But I figured, well, why not just go ahead and just get these again and everything instead of giving to somebody. Let's go ahead and keep them. That way, I'll have the batteries being used. I can keep using the batteries instead of them just sitting there, or every once in a while him using them for his controllers and everything. So anyway, I'm in this truck. Matter of fact, it's 5 speed, but he insisted that he didn't insist, but he wanted to use my truck this morning, so I'm using his. I love his 5 speed. I love that. But anyway, neither here nor there. Sorry, I keep on running my mouth about other things. But I found that I like these better because what it is with these, I gotta. If you have the normal ones, if you had the normal 3M Pro Protects, and I wish I could just put a picture up here or something. What does this thing do? Oh, I have no idea what that does. Oh, that cuts off the thing and does something other. Hmm. You got the flippy thing. Yeah, that's pretty. Isn't that pretty? That's the canal here in Allen Depot. Come on. Get back normal. Come on. Come on. You're no Daisy. Come on. My cousin Doc used to say that. Well, actually, I don't know if he actually said that or not, but Val Kilmer did. And Doc Holliday we had the same ancestors. Me and Doc, I looked up his ancestry and we had the same ancestry. So, even though he spelled his name with an I and I spelled mine with an A, originally, when his ancestor came here, he spelled his name with an A. We had the same ancestors. And after that, sometime after, they started using I's in their name, stuff like that. I got a cousin, he spells his last name with an I, and I spell mine with an A, but we're cousins because of that ancestry. Anyway, sorry. Let me get back to what I was trying to say about these. But anyway, I found that the pink wrist cuffs, furry wrist cuffs, didn't work. So I just decided to go ahead and keep these and send her the orange furry wrist cuffs. I just ain't really actually got into mailing them yet, though, unfortunately. And so what these are, again, these are 3M Pro Protects, which I changed the headband out from the Pro Protects. Yeah, by all means, do subscribe. I love subscribers. I love them. I love them so much. But anyway, I took the Pelter 101, 3M Pelter 101s. You got the 3M Pelter 95s, 98s, Optimes 95s, 98s, 101s, and 105s. They got this particular headband on them, and there are other ones do too, the Ultimates. There are a couple others. And so they got this like vinyl type of headband cover and this part right here. And so they're interchangeable. 3M Pelter is interchangeable with 3M hearing protectors. So anyway, it's pretty cool. And so what I did was I have like a headband cover, and I used to wrap the cord, just put like a little loop in the cord and put the headband cover on top of that. These are for like headband covers for whatever your tactical headband covers or whatever, and do it like that. To take the original ones off because the other one had like a squiggly little connection thing there. I took those off and put on the 3M Pelter type, 3M Pelter headband on these, which are just regular 3Ms, which 3M Pelter 3M is really the same thing. They just brand it differently, just depending on construction, home, as opposed to communication and hearing protectors. But that's the way to do that. But anyway, I don't understand all this stuff, the Headphone Gaming's hitter game 648. I don't understand what you're saying. I'm sorry. I speak English. But anyway, what I did with these is I got a pair of Broken Bay earmuffs, and there's other videos that I've done. You can see my other videos on my playlist where I've taken Broken Bay earmuffs and I've taken them and put them on the headphones and stuff. Whereas before I used to put in fleece, shearling, sheepskin, whatever. I used to put it in the middle of the ear cup. And so, but I found that that was too much. It made it too thick. So what I started doing, because I've seen ear snugs or ear hugs, ear snugs, they would take like a furry type of pad with an elastic pull string, which is basically what these are. Earmuffs are the same thing, but they have elastic all the way around, not just one point. So I kind of butchered, like my name, I kind of butchered a couple pair of those. I'm about to reach in here and see if I can get them, but I don't have my truck. My son's truck and my truck are very similar though. But anyway, I found that it's best to do it with earmuffs because earmuffs have a band that go all the way around. And these type of earmuffs are very large earmuffs. So the earmuff covers themselves, which are actually earmuffs. Well, earmuffs are really ear warmers. The furry earmuffs are really ear warmers. Now the earmuffs are hearing protectors because they muffle sound out. And you want to get technical, they do muffle cold out too. So you got your ear warmers, which are really furry earmuffs, and then you got your ear muffs, which are hearing protectors, like a 3M hearing protector, ear defender, which whatever you want to call it, and sometimes they call them ear plugs. They don't plug your ears. Ear plugs are things that goes into your ears, but sometimes they call ear defenders, ear muffs, earplugs. I think I was watching Attack of the Killer Tomatoes, where the dude says earplugs to whatever her name was, Karen Walden, whatever her name is, and she puts on these yellow ones, earmuffs, or ear muffs, block out the sound. I'm like, those are not earplugs, those are earmuffs. But anyway, but I found that these work better because the speaker is lower and it lines up with the ear canal. So therefore you have more room for your ear lobes to kind of have a little bit of room in there. Now with me, whenever I put these on, they kind of do like this. And well, I'm trying to kind of imitate what the profile might be on my ear. So whenever I put them on, I have to kind of get them in like that. And they make my ear, they kind of push it down just a little bit. So the furry type of thing on there really helps too, because, they're like that. But with the 3M WorkTunes Connect, the new model that I have, they kind of push in on my ears because of the speaker. But with these, they kind of come off a little bit because the speaker is kind of down here and not way up there. So whenever I take them off, they do this. See how my ear does that? So that's fine, but the deeper they are, the better. But with my 3M WorkTunes Connect, the newer model, just like the old model, it's a lot of pressure right here. So anyway, that's why I just decided to go back to these, because these they don't do that so much. The 3M Pro Protects don't do that, but the 3M WorkTunes Connect do. And the good thing about these is they have, even though the sound quality is not as good as the 3M WorkTunes Connect, the sound quality isn't it's not better in these, but as they are in those. But they work for me, I found that I don't have to have all that sound, all that hi-fi stuff and all that and the other. I don't really need all that. And of course, they're in AA batteries and stuff like that. I found that these they work better for me because of the how they're designed, for in the ear cups and stuff. And also too, the ear muffs themselves, the furry ear muff covers, which you give it off, the ear warmer furry ear muff warmers, Brook and Bay, whatever. They fit these really, really nice. And as you can see, the elastic here stops right here on this edge. On the other ones that I have on the 3M WorkTunes Connect, they kind of slide up because there's nothing there. There's no lip or whatever there to stop them from sliding, because there's like a smooth surface, and it goes from here to here at times. And one side slide off on this side, and the other side will slide up on the other way. But on these, they stop because it's got a flat bottom to it. And this is where the ear cup is, right? This is where the ear pad is, right here behind that red thing. So you can slide them on like that, and that's where they stop. They don't come up over the buttons or anything. So the earmuffs are just perfect for these. The furry earmuff things are just perfect for these. Okay. And so they're perfect for these and everything, and they don't go any further than this little part right here. They stay right on, And of course you got your battery pack on the other side like that, like a AA. Now, but with the thing I was going to send somebody, they kept coming over, and then, like I said, they were just wrist cuffs on those. But the 3M WorkTunes Connect, they're kind of got like a roundish type of shape. They don't have like a little step part like these things do, like whatever that might be called a bevel. I don't know. But they seem to work a whole lot better with these, the furry muffies things, than they do with the 3M WorkTunes Connect. And so even with the 3M Pelter 101s, 105s, the Optimes, they do the same thing. They kind of slide over them, but they only go so far because it depends on how far that elastic allows them to go. But with these, they stop. But even with those off times, when I wear those, if I don't want to listen to any kind of recordings, if I don't want to have electronic parts, if I just want passive, at least that's because the ear cups are deeper, so my ear can get in there and rest rather nicely, even though I have the furry things on here. So whenever I put them on like that, they still do this, come off my ear like that because my ear is big, but I got a lot more area in there as opposed to the 3M work tunes, which do this and do that. It makes my ear sore and it hurts right there, and it's like driving nuts. So that's why I went back to these, which, like I said, are kind of like this in a way, but it's more like, see here, this is that's a speaker. I can't do it with my hand. It's kind of like this in a way. Let's just say my thumb right there is the speaker, and when I take them off, they do that. So they're a lot more comfortable, at least right now they are, because the ear pad might kind of mush out, the ear cushion might mush out eventually, I don't know, the more I wear them. And then I got this little circular neck pillow type of thing where I lay that right in the middle, and so it works perfectly. So for me, wearing these are a whole lot better than wearing the 3M Work Tunes Connect, the new model, or the old model. They just, because the speakers aren't right there in the middle, smack dab in the middle, hurting the cartilage in my ear. Sometimes they'll do it, other times they won't. It just depends how I lay, if I'm tossing, if I'm turning, if the fuzzy muff thing slips off the ear cup, because it tends to do that because of the roundness of the shape, like I said. But with these right here, they stop right here, and that's as far as they go. And it seems like the muffs, the furry muffs, are made perfectly just for these ear cups, perfectly. It's not that they designed them that way, because they never, Rook and Bay had no intention, I guess, of putting them on hearing protectors by 3M Pelter. But they work really good. So that's what I like about them. If they work, they work. So, I mean, for me, it's just really, really comfortable. And of course, these wires go out front. This is your left side, this is your right side. And they're cantered. If you can see them go up and down, if you see these little rods go up and down straight, they kind of do this. They're at an angle. That's what you call a canter. That way they go over your ear at an angle and not straight up and down, because your ears are kind of tilted back anyway. So that's what they do. They fit the what you call contour of your ears. So anyway, that's what I like about these. They're really nice, and so I just decided to go ahead and keep these because I really wanted to get these pair back anyway. So also 3M Pro comms would do the same thing, but they have a microphone on that end. So, but you can still hear ambient noise and all that stuff with those, just like you can with these. And that's another thing too. If I want to just sit there and listen to hear the birds chirp out in the morning, or my dog bark and see what he's up to, I can just push that button on there and I can change my levels 1, 2, 3, or 4 to kind of listen and see what he's doing instead of taking them off my ears when I'm listening and stuff. I can be listening to something from the Bible, or I can be listening to ASMR type of stuff, or binaurals, or white noise, brown noise. I won't have to take them off because I can have the ambient listening. I can do levels 1, 2, 3, or 4. The higher the level, the more I can hear. And the good thing about this, the microphones are on the outside of the ear cups, right here. And also when I have a call, the sound goes into the same thing. So somebody calls me, whenever I talk, they go right into the little microphone things on each side. Now with the 3M comms, Pro comms, you have a boom mic with a little fuzzy thing over it, and it blocks out all that scratchiness. So it does the same thing, but it's a lot better on that end because you got the boom mic. Probably couldn't hear that with those either. So if you're talking to them. But of course, like I said, I like these because the muff thing doesn't come up over this part and cover this part up. It stops right here on this edge. See, but it's like I said, that's where the band is, the elastic band. But I couldn't get it to do what I wanted with the wrist cuffs, the furry wrist cuffs, because I thought maybe that might be a good alternative, but it didn't work out that way. But again, if I took my 3M pelters and I put these furry muffs on those, they would go in there fine, and they would if I cut a little, do what I did with these, I cut like a hole here for these to come on here, and a hole here for them to stick on here, and I made it like a little C cut or a little flat cut. That way sometimes I can take it and pull it out like this, and you can see where the ear cushion is, or I can just put it in like that. But it's still, if I have it like that, it's really nice and comfortable, or if I take it and I tuck it like that, it's still nice and comfortable. Either way. But if we have it like this, it's pretty nice too, just to make it look like one muff. But if I left it uncut though, then that tension would kind of push against this part of my ear, and it would kind of eventually hurt. So that's why I kind of cut it and left it as a flat. This being a flat, I left it like that. Sometimes I tuck it back. Sometimes I just leave it flat like that, and it feels really nice on the ears. And same thing with this side too. So just take it and cut it flat, and just take it and just push it back like that, or just tuck it back. Well, you try to anyway. And of course, the speakers are down lower, and not the hole. They don't fill in the whole, the ear cup. They don't fill the whole thing up, which is like right there on your ear. They kind of come down, so you got a little bit of room for this part of your ear. And like I said, let me see if it'll do it with this. I look really dorky. So sometimes I kind of got to adjust it. So whenever I take these off, well, you didn't see it like that, but I felt it whenever it came off. I could take them off, then I got enough room for my ear to get in there. And sometimes whenever they come off, my ear does this, because my ears are big. But anyway, I know as the season's changing, it's getting warm, it's turning into spring now, so usually people won't even worry about this kind of thing, because usually they don't sleep with these headphones on. Some people they might sleep with headphones with a furry earmuff type of things on them, no matter what time of year it is. But I do. Other people might not. But anyway, I just thought I'd show that real quick. I know it's 22 minutes, 23 minutes. That's not really quick. But anyway, I just thought I'd show that. And I tried to make these into something for somebody, but I just decided to go ahead and keep these and send her the other thing, because I like these. I really missed them, and so I'm just going to keep a hold on them. And the only thing I don't like about them is that they're AA batteries. They're not. They have some that look just like these, and you can recharge them with the C-type, and they're cheaper. But still, when it comes to 3M Pro Protects, these are a lot better, I think. And I mean, you can do different things with them. There's different programs I think you can do with them if you get an instruction booklet or whatever. And the 3M Pro Protects and the 3M Pro Comms are just really nice earmuff hearing protectors. And the sound isn't as good as you would have in a 3M WorkTunes Connect or other ones like it, but they are nice when it comes to wanting to hear ambient sounds like the birds chirping and things like that. You know, like the dove here, woo, woo, woo. You put these on and you turn this thing up, you can really, really hear what they're, these chirping and the cooing of doves. I mean, it's really cool. So, if you don't have a pair of these, you should get them. Of course, they won't look like this, but if you get the 3M Pro Protects, I think you'll really enjoy them. You can use them from outside stuff. You can use them for inside stuff. 3M WorkTunes Connect are really nice if you're out there cutting grass, if you want to listen to the radio or whatever. But 3M Pro Protects are very nice too, because they also have Bluetooth. But the sound, damn, that scared the hell out of me. But the sound quality isn't as good as with the newer model of the 3M WorkTunes Connect. But you kind of have to sacrifice uh, ambient sound listening as to for high fidelity stuff. You know what I mean? So there's a kind of a gray area there, middle area that you have to sacrifice one or another. And of course, if you, like I said, if you want 3M Pro Protects or 3M Pro Comms, and you're out there communicating with people a lot, and you push the talk button and everything, and that's for that. So the 3M Pro Comms are more like for communicating. The 3M Pro Protects are more like doing stuff on the outside, factory stuff, lawnmower, and also listening to the outside stuff, somebody talking to you, but you're not pushing a button talking to them back. And the 3M WorkTunes Connects are more for going out there, cutting grass, doing stuff in the shop. You're not really communicating with people, and you're not trying to listen to outside sound, but you're just having the hearing protected on and in your own little world. So there's something for everybody, but to me, there's not enough for just in one particular headset. If they just made it like an all-inclusive, just put everything into one headset, that would be great. You know, you have your high fidelity in these, your ambient listening, do all that in just one headset. Combine the WorkTunes Connect with the 3M Pro Protects, that would be great. Omni WorkTune, but I don't think they're ready to do that yet. But anyway, I just wanted to show that real quick. I don't know how long this is going to take to upload, but I just love the way these things feel. It's just like I want to pet them all the time, But I love the way they feel on my ears too. They're very comfortable, have a nice pressure to them. Very comfortable, especially when that ear flaps right there in the middle. And some people might say I got a weird kind of thing going. I'm like, well, whatever you think, I don't care. But I just know what I like. I know what's comfortable for me. I know what helps me sleep. And I just suggest it to people. And people can take it how they want it. They can just like, oh, he's a weirdo, he's this, he's that. I don't care. I'm just suggesting it might work for you, it might not work for you. But I know it works for me. There might become a time whenever it starts hurting my ear again. I don't know, but I'll try to find thicker ear pads, and then I'll just make videos on that. But I don't really think I dedicated a whole bunch of time to really explaining these. The reason why they stay on these a lot better than other things do, as opposed to the 3M WorkTunes Connect. But they just, like I said, the elastic in these furry muffs seems that they're just perfect for the 3M Pro Protects or 3M Pro Comms. Perfect for them, And so, because they got like like I said, they got like a little step. They're flat, then it's curved, then it's flat again. They stay right on that little flat part, the first flat part. Perfect. So, like I said, if you're in that kind of thing, or if you just like wearing them by themselves, that's might be another option for you. But I think they're really nice. And they're really good on. Feel really nice on the ears. As far as if you have the vinyl ear cushions or if you have the gel ear cushions, they're really nice on the ears. You got a little bit more space in them as you do, a little less space with the 3M WorkTunes Connect. But the 3M WorkTunes have a benefit, and the 3M Pro Protects have a benefit. The 3M Pro Comms have a benefit. The 3M Pelter Optom 95, 98, 101, and 105s have a benefit. But they don't have Bluetooth, and they're not headphones. They're just regular passive earmuffs. Earmuff being something that blocks out sound, like a muffler in the car blocks out sound. Ear warmers are really what earmuffs are. They're furry, so they're ear warmers to keep your ears warm. So anyway, it's a lot of hit and miss in there. You're just trying to explain all this stuff. But that's what works for me. It might not work for you, but I hope it works for you. And if it works for you, how about let me know? That way I can know what I'm doing on these videos is worthwhile, okay? So anyway, I hope you enjoy this. Like I said, I know it's spring now. It's not winter anymore. People are not so much interested in this kind of thing. But it's pretty neat how these things work. I got a whole big playlist on them. And some of them I got thousands of views, others I got a few views. And through the years since I've been doing this thing, since I've been collecting them and everything, it seems to work out pretty nicely with the views, and people are interested in it, and they can ask me questions. I like that. All right, well, I hope y'all enjoyed it, and I'm going to get on off here, and get on home and get ready tonight. Get ready. So I'm probably gonna stay up all night anyway, and then when I go to sleep, that's when I'll enjoy listen to binaurals and brown noise and stuff. Not stuff like that. All right, y'all. Take care. God bless, and see you later. I'm gonna do some more on that too.